Durham women have come under new ownership. Club director Lee Sanders oversaw the change in ownership from Durham University to both himself and long-term co-director Dawn Heppel, and they are joined by investors Patrick and Francis Connolly, who are long-term supporters of the club and already are sponsors of Durham Women, who have joined the club as shareholders. And we found a little article which may explain why. They won was it the Euro Millions? A few years ago? Yeah. So, imagine that. You win the Euro Millions, you go up to your local club and go, hey, can I come in as a shareholder? So we just thought that means, a lot more money going into the club now. So, Paul, what does that kind of do for football? Well, promoting football in the Northeast, because Durham have always been independent, haven't they? So what does this do as a change of ownership? It's good, right?
Well, first of all, it was amazing because cynic me, seeing these new owners, went straight to company's house to look at the.
You a cynic? Never.
And saw and was going around going, all the accounts of these don't look bad. Have we got anybody accountants? And kind of went in the group chat and said, and then within about 30 seconds, Chloe was just straight in there with a link going, that's where I'm like, does anyone know where their money's coming from? Because this looks dodgy. And Chloe just goes, here. And I'm like, fair enough. Okay. Any worries about funding have gone out the window. But on a serious note, it's amazing because Durham have been standard bearers for the club, for like independent clubs for a while. London City, the latecomers kind of came along and did their thing, and then Kang turned up, and so Durham decided to go and get Kodos, basically, and found these local people, this local couple, and just to check, they've said Lee Sanders is one of the directors. The other is Dawn Heppel. Is that Beth's mum?
I know a few Heppels in the Northeast, so it might just be.
It might be a fairly common surname.
Yeah, I went to school with a lad whose last name was Heppel, so I think there's quite a few. I mean, we can fact check, of course.
But I do think that for football in the Northeast, it does mean your club, Sunderland, Christian and his tens of millions owning half of Europe.
Yeah, I was going to say, Graham, no need.
We'll have look up Christian Speakman, is all I'm saying. And look up that family, Graham, if you haven't already. They are very much not the poor relation.
So you'd think if they could, and they can see everyone else in the Northeast kind of taking off around them through whichever means, that they might start to actually pump some more money into.
You'd hope that, wouldn't you? Because Christian Speakman is basically linked with Kirill Louis Dreyfus, who basically owns most of France.
Oh, okay.
Or his family own most of France.
Yeah.
So the money for Sunderland, as we've seen with the men's team this transfer window, with Enzo Lefebvre joining the men's team, which, by the way, that means Enzo the Witch in French, which is the most amazing footballer name ever.
Oh, that's incredible. You could make some good flags with that.
You could make some amazing flags with that. Yeah. He needs a sister. Like, if he has a sister who comes and plays for Sunderland Women, imagine, because the Sunderland Women Supporters Club and their flags are amazing. So imagine what they could do with that surname.
Amazing. I think you should just make them anyway and just pretend he plays for them. Yeah.
But I do agree. Just the jolt that's going to give to football in the Northeast, because now Newcastle won't be able to just buy everybody from the other two clubs in the Northeast.
Yeah.
They can't just raid Durham for Durham's best young players.
No. And Sunderland.
Yeah. Okay. I've just looked up on Beth Heppel's Instagram. It looks like it is a mum.
Oh. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Hey, keep it in the family. Why not?
It's a good job Beth Heppel happens to be one of the legendary players from the Northeast, isn't it? Because if she wasn't very good and still playing, and her mum bought the club, yeah.
Mum, what are you doing here?
It's like my dad's the coach, but extreme, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
in grassroots sport, you always have the crap kid whose dad is the coach, so they always start or they always get playing all the time. It's like an extreme version of that.
Well, my mum owns a club, and she says,
my mum owns the club, so I'm playing right wing, and I can have the number 7. Like, but
and you can only pass to me in the box. Yeah, that'd be incredible.
but it's just like one of the other people I know, a Wolves fan, ironically made the point that you don't need mega books in the Championship with the way things are at the moment. Everyone's focusing on Michelle Kang's Death Star in Bromley, but you don't. You don't. This is like the Death Star's exhaust port. Like the fact that Durham have turned up and bought in their own massively rich owners. You've got X-wings taking on the Lioness's Death Star, and it's. Have I pushed this metaphor too far, everybody?
I mean, a little bit. We're still hanging on, but we're
still hanging on. We're in the trench. We're getting shot at. But we're still hanging on.
I'm still laughing at Kang's Death Star, to be honest. He lost me after that. I was too focused on that. Just in the middle of Kent, just massive.
Can we just have every time we mention London City, just like a quick burst of the Imperial March, like Michelle Kang, ding ding.
Well, we'll talk about it when we get to the Arsenal London City game, but that should have played as she walked onto the field.
if she gets every time she gets interviewed, she just walks in, just goes, "Hello, everybody." No, sorry, but in all seriousness, Durham having this investment, more to the point, it's not rich owners coming in and taking over, in the sense that Lee Sanders is Mr. Durham because he set the team up. He's been head coach there and manager for many years, and then kind of stepped into a more administrative role. Dawn Heppel is Beth's mum, so you'd imagine she knows a fair bit about what goes on around the club and has had a fair bit of involvement. With football always having an issue with owners, questionable owners. Have you got a contact with the Valley DJ, Graham? If you can just have a word with the DJ at the Valley.
Yeah.
Just but I think like you say, they're doing it the right way, and it's really exciting, and hopefully it'll stop people talking about London Bloody City and Newcastle as the only 2 teams in the Championship existing and investing. Hopefully they can focus on the club with actual history.
Yeah, and with actual people behind it who wanted to succeed and they're putting money in because they're fans and they want to do better. So yeah, good. And that's what you want. Obviously as a business person to put money in, you want it to turn a profit. But at the end of the day, if you've got the money to help causes you care about, then why not?
It does strike me as well that they're not in it for profit at all, because
no,
they've said they're from Hartlepool, I think. Well, they're originally from Northern Ireland, but they're based in Hartlepool, so a little bit further south. But
hey, I was reading the article. They've got a house in County Durham now.
all of their philanthropic courses, by the looks of it, have been that area of the northeast.
Yeah, she sounds lovely, the lady. When I was reading the article, and she was saying, all the charities she's donated to, and it's just that's what you'd love to be able to do with lottery winnings, isn't it? To actually support causes that need it. So yeah, fair play to them, and good luck to them. and hopefully it all pays off.
Hi everyone, Freya here. Thank you so much for watching the Absolute Football Podcast. Please don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, follow, love, whatever you need to do to make sure you don't miss a single moment. Remember, you can watch one of the videos that are on screen now. And don't forget, of course, our women's football show, the Absolute Women's Football Show, is live every single Wednesday at 8:30 with yours truly and a fantastic panel. Join me each week and special guests as well. So remember to like and subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you in the chat next Wednesday.